evening. I am Sananj and welcome to Radio Bharti. Let's begin with the top news updates of the day. The headlines: PM Modi tops global popularity rankings with 68% approval, says monitoring consult survey. President Murmu, VP Radhakrishnan, PM Modi, and Home Minister Amit Shah extended greetings on Ram Navami. Japan releases 30 days of oil from state reserves amid West Asia crisis. Karki Inquiry Commission report highlights intelligence agencies' failure in Gen Z movement. India's growth to remain resilient at 7.1% in FY27 despite geopolitical tensions. Election campaigning intensifies in Puducherry ahead of 2026 assembly polls. Aditya Birla Group buys full ownership of Royal Challengers Bangalore. India archers won two bronze medals in Asia Cup ranking world tournament. Now, news in brief. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has once again been ranked the world's most popular leader, securing a 68% approval rating at the latest global survey conducted by US based data analytics firm Morning Consult. The survey carried out between March 2 and 8 shows PM Modi maintaining a significant lead over other global leaders. Switzerland's President Guy Parmelian and South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung are in second position, both with 62% approval ratings. Leaders from the Kyrgyz Republic and Argentina follow with 57% and 56% approval, respectively. President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and Home Minister Amit Shah has extended greetings to citizens on the occasion of Ram Navami. In a message, the President said that the epic life journey of Bhagwan Sri Ram guides us to follow the path of truth, justice, and virtue for a meaning life. The President added that the life of Bhagwan Sri Ram motivates us to discourage our duties towards society. President Murmu also urged the citizens to imbibe the teachings of the great saga of Bhagwan Sri Ram and take a pledge to serve the nation with thoughts, words, and deeds. Japan has begun releasing 30 days worth of oil from the state reserve to cushion the impact of the West Asia conflict on its economy today. As concerns over supply mount and oil prices soar, the move comes after the country started drawing down 15 days worth of oil from the private sector stockpiles last Monday. According to local media, the Japanese government plans to sell a total of about 8.5 billion kiloliters of oil from 11 storage bases across the country. Japan will also begin to tap joint oil reserve held in the country by three Western Asian nations, including the United Arab Emirates, with 5 days worth to be released by next Tuesday for supply to oil wholesalers. The report from the Karki Inquiry Commission on the causes of the September Gen Z protests has exposed the fact that the National Investigation Department, which is the primary intelligence agency, completely failed during the Gen Z movement. Based on the NID's enormous assessment, and the only 3,000 to 5,000 protesters would gather on the streets of Kathmandu on September 8. Other security agencies formulated their security plans. India's economic growth is expected to remain resilient at 7.1% in the financial year 26 to 27 despite ongoing geopolitical tensions. According to a report by S&P Global, in its latest economic outlook report states that the India will continue to be among the fastest growing major economies supported by strong domestic demand, steady exporters and a gradual recovery in the private investment sector. Election campaigning has intensified in Puducherry ahead of the Puducherry Legislative Assembly election 26, with prominent leaders stepping up outreach across constituencies. Chief Minister N. Ragsamy, Home Minister A. Namaswamy, Legislative Assembly Speaker R. Selvam, DMK leader and leader of opposition R. Siva, and Congress MP and PCC Vice President V. Vithalagam are actively coordinating campaigns in various constituencies. A consortium led by the Aditya Birla Group has acquired 100% equity stake in the IPL franchisee Royal Challengers Bengaluru for a whopping 16,706 crore rupees from its current owner, the United Spirits Limited. India archers won two bronze medals today in the first stage of Asia Cup World Ranking Tournament in Bangkok. In women's recover event, the trio of Ruma Biswas, Kriti, and Riddhi Kaur defeated Malaysia by 5-1 to win bronze medal. That's all for the day. For more such updates, stay tuned to Radio Bharti. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel.